Hello everyone, this is Pakshta Fashion Workshop. I remind you that we post new videos every day. I showed you how to make a pattern for the garments with the drop shoulders. After that, I showed you how to make a blouse in spaces. I chose this design because it's not simple. And so are we. We are interesting ladies who wear interesting clothes. This is why I chose this design. In the previous videos, I showed you how to turn the original pattern into a pattern for this blouse. I was thinking what else to sew and came up with an idea of making a dress. Have a look at the sketch. The only thing which is different from the blouse is that the lower detail was made much longer. I'm wearing the tag dress now. I'll show it to you. Natalie is going to help me today. We will show you how to make facing, how to double the waistband, and the collar. Ladies, when I say that I want us to be different and beautiful, I mean it. This is why I'm working that hard. I'm wearing the tag dress. As I've already said, the only thing which I changed in the blouse was the lower detail. I changed it for the skirt. I made the detail 40 centimeters longer. I haven't changed anything in it. I just made it longer. I think that many of you will make such dresses. The design is very interesting. The dress doesn't look simple. I recommend you making inseam pockets here. This is how the back looks like. This is a good example of a matching design. My waist measurement is 100 centimeters, but the dress makes me look much slimmer than I really am. There is a wrap over here. I remind you that I added 13 centimeters for the wrap over to each of the details. That makes 26 centimeters in total. Have a close look at the dress. I'm going to take it off next. Natalie will help me show you how to make a collar, how to double the waistband, how to make facing, and so on. I wanted to be able to make such complicated details without any problems. Some people say that cutting is the most important moment in sewing. I don't agree. Everything is important. It's not enough to cut the details accurately. You need to know the sewing techniques to be able to sew a high-quality garment. The ready-made patterns don't give you the same result. Cutting, designing, sewing techniques. Everything is important. You need to know how to edge the details, how to double them. Remember that practice makes perfect. We are going to show you some of the needed sewing techniques. I want you to be able to sew such dresses without problems. I wasn't planning to show you this dress, but I actually like it. Even the modeling fabric looks good enough. The dress is very comfortable. It's not too wide or too tight. It's perfect for me. Next, I'm going to take the dress off. We will show you how to make facing, how to double the waistband and the collar, how to cut the interfacing material, and so on. Let's start working. We detached the collar from the dress. It's double. I can move it aside now, we'll get back to it later. Next, we need to remove the taking from the shoulders. The wrap over will be doubled with the whole piece facing detail. Anyway, first we need to double and stitch the waistband. When it's ready, we can move on to working with the facing details. We also need to make the details for doubling the waistband. There will be no interfacing material in them. Watch what we're doing. If you work the way we show you, you won't have any problems. We need to remove the tagging from the shoulders. We also need to tag the pin tags. If we don't do it now, it will be problematic to do it later. Next, we need to detach the waistband. Cut the second layer for it and double the original one with the interfacing material. Do not forget to mark the wrong side in the waistband. This is very important. Notice that the darts and the pin tags match perfectly. I remind you that I turned the blouse into the dress. I'm sure that many of you will make such dresses for yourselves. I love the design. If you want to make the inseam pockets here, place them about 5 cm down from the waistband. We are not going to make the inseam pockets here. I've already showed you how to do it a lot of times. Watch the videos on how to do it if you haven't done it yet. Some of the details are pretty complicated, so we are showing you everything so thoroughly. These seams should be stitched and edged with an overlocker. We need to double the waistband with the interfacing material. I remind you that I had been making the blouse as a mock-up, but then I decided to turn it into a dress. When we detach the waistband, we'll show you what to do next. First, we need to double these waistband details with the interfacing material. When they are ironed and trimmed, we'll cut the second layer for the waistband. The details should be accurate. When I finish cutting the interfacing material, I'll attach it to the waistband. I love this dress. I think that it's very beautiful, even though the design is pretty simple. Every one of you can make such dresses for yourselves. Let's go to the ironing desk. We are attaching the interfacing material to the waistband. It should be done for the waistband to be strong, so that it's of the needed shape, and the seams are not seen through it. There will be no interfacing material in the second layer. Do not forget to make sure that the edges are perfect when the details are doubled. Do not ever think that an inaccurate detail would look good in a garment. It wouldn't. Moreover, it would spoil the whole view. The waistband is ready. Next, we need to double the bow with the interfacing material. We're using the interfacing material, which makes the details keep the needed shape, but doesn't make them too strong. Watch the way Natalie is ironing the details. Don't move the iron too fast. It's also very important that the direction of the moves shouldn't be different. Do not forget to trim the edges after doubling the details. We are working with the color now. It should also be doubled with the interfacing material. These are the two color details. One of them is doubled and the other is not. I can move them aside. This is the waistband. It's also doubled. We need to cut the second layer for the waistband. We'll do it off the camera. We're not going to double the second layer. The bow is already doubled. It's ready for the stitching. These are the upper and the lower details of the dress. There will be a waistband inserted in between them. In the next video, we're going to stitch all the darts. Do not forget about the waist tucks on the back. We're also going to stitch the side and the center back seams. When the seams are stitched, they will be edged with an overlocker. We're also going to stitch and edge the side seams in the lower details of the front. I remind you that you can make the inseam pockets in the dress if you want to. We are not going to do it. I've already showed you how to make the inseam pockets. Watch the videos on how to do it if you haven't done it yet. That's all for today. As I've already said, in the next video we're going to show you how to stitch most of the details. After that, we're going to show you how to make the facing. If you work the way we show you, you won't have any problems. Be different and beautiful. Remember that practice makes perfect. We are Irina and Natalie. Subscribe to my channel, write comments, share videos, press like and the bell buttons. I would really appreciate your support. Thank you. Goodbye.